Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dibes, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Today, we are talking about the top linebacker and safety prospects available for the Eagles on day 1 and day 2 of the 2024 NFL Draft. Guys, if you love the draft and you want more draft content, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Let's go. All right, guys, one important note before we continue. Cooper DeJean will not be included in this video since I already covered him in the cornerback rankings. Guys, thank you everyone for watching. Let's get to my number 1. During the last 2 seasons, Cameron Kinchens racked up 162 total tackles, 14 pass deflections, and 11 interceptions. Kinchens is a versatile defender who played both safety positions in Miami's 4-2-5 defensive scheme. He has countless snaps as both a deep defender from the one high look and in man coverage from the slot. Let's talk about strengths. He's got good awareness with excellent read and react ability. He does a really good job of playing under control in his back pedal, displaying quick feet to get out of his pedal and drive on the football. Kinchens also has good route recognition and the ability to read and react to the quarterback's eyes, especially when in underneath coverage. Cameron Kinchens is excellent in coverage and rarely gets beat deep. According to PFF, Kinchens was targeted 21 times, allowing only 12 receptions for 143 yards and 2 scores. I also like, for better or worse, the level of physicality Kinchens brings to the position. Kinchens stands 6 feet tall, weighs 205 pounds, but plays much bigger than that. He is well built in his upper body and has the speed to close quickly against the run when he is playing single high deep in the backfield. I think this physicality shows up the most when he takes on blocks. He uses his hands well to stone blockers and control them with good leverage and does a great job of disengaging to get to the ball carrier. Negative-wise, he can be too aggressive at times. Though he does a good job of anticipating the throw, he has poor eye discipline, allowing double moves or eye candy to take him out of position in the pass game. In summary, if Vic Fangio could create the perfect safety for his scheme in a lab, it would look an awful lot like Cameron Kinchens. The Miami product has the hard-hitting ability of a box safety with the uncanny ranginess of a ball-hawking center fielder. Kinchens is one of the top safeties in this year's draft. He has the versatility to play in multiple schemes and coverage, as well as the physicality to defend the run from multiple levels. Kinchens will need to solidify his tackle security in the NFL, but he has all the skills to make him a legit first-round talent in the 2024 NFL Draft. Let's watch some highlights.
Kinchens said they're going to stop the train. This is the running back. They come after me again, and he fires incomplete. Good coverage.
That's a big-time matchup. Kinchens under Mario Cristobal. Gabbert getting it out quickly. He has to. Big hit, a punishing hit. Cam Kinchens. He gave Larvidan all of it on that tackle.
Edgerrin Cooper was just one of 2 SEC off-ball linebackers to finish with at least 8 sacks this season. He also tied for second in the conference with 2 forced fumbles, and his 2 pass breakups ranked 3rd among linebackers. Edgerrin Cooper is in line to be the second Texas A&M linebacker taken in the NFL Draft since 2014. At 6'3", 230 pounds, Cooper has the length to get after the passer and make plays in the backfield, as evidenced by his highly disruptive stat line. He also boasts extensive experience playing special teams, which gives him an extra value and a route to early playing time at the next level. When dropping back in coverage, Cooper exhibits solid coverage abilities for a linebacker, displaying the speed and agility needed to keep up with tight ends and running backs in the passing game. Against the run, he's a reliable tackler, often making clean, form tackles that stop runners in their tracks. He shows good instincts in diagnosing run plays and quickly fills gaps to limit yardage. His technique is generally sound, with a good base and the ability to shed blocks using his hands effectively. Cooper also understands leverage and uses it to his advantage when engaging with blockers. Edgerrin Cooper is a dude with a modern linebacker skill set. His combination of sideline to sideline range, coverage ability, tackling, and athleticism makes him a versatile defender ready to thrive at the next level. As he continues to refine his technique and leverage his intangibles, Edgerrin Cooper's potential and upside to an NFL franchise is as good as it gets. I've got him pegged as a first-round talent in this year's draft. Let's watch some highlights.
quarterback play.
First touch of the game and target of the game for Leggett, who's brought down immediately by Cooper.
That is the difference between winning and losing.
Rattler got it to Joyner, and the ball came out, and it's going to be recovered by the Aggies. They set up a screen complete to Joyner, and a good tackle by your guy, Edgerrin Cooper.
To watch this right here. Watch the blocks he defeats, the way he moves through traffic. 1, 2, 3.
Jeez.
And then make the tackle.
Come on now. Right, 1st and 10 from the 35. Rattler hands it off to Mario Anderson, and Anderson's going to pick up a yard on the play.
Tyler Nubin has been arguably the best of the bunch in a really solid safety class this year. After recording 8 interceptions over his first 3 full seasons of college football, Nubin elected to return for his redshirt senior year. That decision paid dividends, as he has now solidified himself as an elite safety prospect in this year's class. He has 5 interceptions this year, further displaying that he can be an elite ball hawk at the next level. Not only does the football find him, but Nubin's range, ball tracking ability, and instincts allow him to create turnovers continually. Nubin has true single high ability, the most coveted aspect of the safety position. He is never fooled by quarterbacks trying to manipulate him with their eyes, and he always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. In the run game, Nubin has developed into a sure tackler. He is urgent and explosive coming downhill as well. Nubin is so good in coverage, but he can also be very effective in the box. When it comes to negatives, Nubin's athletic profile can be nitpicked. I don't think Nubin is the most dynamic defensive back in the class, and if you're going to ask him to prowl in the high post, you may be left wanting a little more explosiveness and range. I think his ball tracking skills are best driving into throws and buzzing into throwing windows as compared to flipping and turning to run vertically downfield to track the ball as a center fielder. Nubin checks a number of important boxes for a projection to the NFL. He's a long and physical safety who has illustrated plus instincts. He exudes confidence on the field as well. I love the swagger he plays with, and there is little doubt in my mind that this will be an impactful defensive starter and a vocal leader for any NFL defense. Let's watch some highlights.
Tyler Nubin. On 3rd down, O'Connell. This one is intercepted.
And Brown is upended. Tyler Nubin.
Short side of the field. Nice.
That pass.
Nice
Incomplete.
defense.
Great defensive work.
And he does that on
He flipped the field. 3rd down, 28 from his own end zone. Deacon Hill steps into one over the middle. Almost picked off at the...
All right, guys, those are some first-round targets for the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you agree or disagree with those rankings? Let me know down below. Let's get to some day 2 linebackers and safeties that I think every Eagles fan should keep their eye on. If there's any 2024 NFL draft linebacker prospects who are absolutely built to play at the NFL level, it's Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Trotter entered the 2023 season as one of the best traditional linebacker prospects in the draft. He has all the necessary explosiveness, agility, and play strength you're looking for, but the most impressive qualities on tape were his football IQ, block deconstruction, evasion ability, and his instincts in close quarters. Trotter's always been a strong tackler, a sharp processor, an instinctive second-level tracker, and a finisher. But in 2023, he's taken a step up with his playmaking ability, both as a pass rusher and a coverage defender. In coverage, Trotter combines his athleticism, fluidity, and awareness to maintain proper depth, key in on targets, and hawk in front of short passes. And in pass rushing phases, he's activated his burst and flexibility to become a dangerous gap invading threat. As with all good things, there's some give and take with Trotter Jr.'s profile. The same lighter frame that makes him so slippery for blockers in the open field and allows for his rangy play will also betray him in close quarters combat at times. Anchoring against linemen climbing up onto the second level is a challenge. So too is his reach and ability to play off of blocks with his hands. Teams will need to be mindful of setting him up for success, likely with stout play on the interior, in order to protect him from getting washed out against the run. Overall, Trotter Jr. has all the necessary physical and intangible components to be a rock-solid 3-down defender at the next level, and he also has the keen vision, explosive gear, flexibility, and finishing ability to add an extra playmaking aspect to an NFL defense. Let's watch some highlights.
5-man rush. Man sacked again. And now Dabo swinging.
Duke Aruk Arororo.
And there's Brazil.
In their favor. King on the move, brought down at the 12.
Javon Bullard stands at 5'11" and weighs 180 pounds, making him undersized for the safety position. An elite slot defender in 2022, Javon Bullard has made a seamless transition to safety this season. In coverage, Bullard's route recognition and quickness are extremely impressive. However, for better or worse, this is a chess piece for an NFL defensive coordinator to figure out where he fits best at the next level. Let's talk about strengths. Javon Bullard was excellent in coverage this season, allowing only 14 receptions on 26 targets for 119 yards and not giving up a single touchdown. He has long strides to cover the fastest receivers downfield and is a quick twitch athlete who can read and react to his matchup. Bullard is a physical defender in man-to-man coverage, fighting with his receiver matchup and getting his hands on him to deter his route. He is a hard hitter as well and is unafraid of contact. And then we get to negatives. Javon Bullard tends to take bad angles to ball carriers, which allows opponents to gain extra yards way too consistently. Due to his smaller frame, his size may also work against him in the NFL against the bigger receivers. When tackling, he shows he isn't afraid to come up and get into the mix, although he's an inconsistent tackler when he doesn't want to wrap up or dive at ankles. There is no doubt that he's a tough slot receiver defender with blitzing upside, and the flashes are all there, but the inconsistencies cannot be ignored. In summary, Javon Bullard is an athletic safety with great coverage ability. He's a versatile player who gives up enough scheme flexibility to play in both zone and man coverages. There are also questions about finding a 3-down role for him at the next level. The NFL hasn't looked kindly on small safeties in the pre-draft process, but that just means Bullard may end up being a tremendous steal for an NFL team if he slides. Let's watch some highlights.
And almost picked off.
Yards downfield. J.C. Latham.
Great play on the ball by Bullard. Second time. Did they get it away?
He did.
I guess. Quick slant. Wilson again. Ooh, he got drilled by Javon Bullard.
Tonight in the middle of that defense.
Judkins bounces it again. This time the Dogs' pursuit is excellent, and Bullard, the safety, flies up to grab him.
Junior Colson is a big physical linebacker with a pro-ready build and relentless style of play. He can line up all over the field and can work as a traditional off-ball linebacker, shade over the slot, or play off the edge. Colson is extremely tough between the tackles and can fly downhill and plug holes in the run game. Colson has excellent functional strength and contact balance when playing downhill and can jolt opposing blockers with ease. Junior Colson is an excellent athlete at linebacker. He has good speed that allows him to range from sideline to sideline. He is fast to the football, often closing in pursuit quicker than the ball carrier would expect him to. Colson's athletic gifts are also an asset in coverage, where he is able to take away passing windows in their intermediate passing game. Overall, he has the athletic ability to match up with a wide range of offensive players. As expected, Junior Colson just needs further coaching at the next level. He's a raw prospect who can be a tick late to diagnose at times and doesn't always look like he trusts his instincts. There are some inefficiencies in his angles. I'd like to see him get more consistent extension when playing off blocks in the run game. He also tends to throw his body around instead of locking out opponents. Junior Colson is a big, powerful, and tough linebacker who can take on blocks effectively and offers reliable wrap tackling technique as a between the tackles run stuffer. As it currently stands, he doesn't quite have the instincts and decisiveness that you'd like, but Colson has the potential to be an effective inside linebacker with further development down the line. Right now, I've got a round 2 grade on Junior Colson. Let's watch some highlights.
They pitch it to Trader, trying to get outside, and he will not.
Back Charlie Jones on the outside and Payne Durham, the tight end.
That's a loss of 6. Maccabee now on the 35. They'll hand it off, Downing.
Linebacker Payton Wilson is a guy who plays every snap like it might be his last. This is a highly cerebral player with a red-hot motor and impressive explosiveness. Payton Wilson's burst and pursuit skills shine as some of his best traits are in space. His movement skills combined with his long frame and wingspan are truly impressive. Wilson is a plus mover in the open field as well. He's got significant contributions and plus reps in pass coverage along with his rally skills. This is not just a will linebacker who runs and chases the football. When it comes to playing in coverage, he's instinctive and shows the skills to occupy throwing windows due to his plus wingspan and peripheral vision. He He may not be the kind of linebacker you isolate in man coverage, but one that will most likely thrive in zone. Payton Wilson can get after the quarterback as well. He's had success walking up to the edge and firing in a traditional rush, and his first step quickness has allowed him to convert those opportunities into pressures. When it comes to negatives, Payton Wilson will be one of the older rookies in this year's class due to 2 redshirt seasons, one in 2018 and the other in 2021. That, plus the nature of those redshirts due to medical issues, is a hard pill to swallow when you're trying to put a value on him in the draft sphere. He had a knee injury in the final year of high school, another that forced him to redshirt in 2018 as a true freshman, then to have surgery on both shoulders in 2021, only to suffer a shoulder injury that ended his 2021 season anyway. He missed a game in each of his 2022 and 2019 due to injury as well. In summary, Payton Wilson has day one talent, and he's one of the best pure linebackers in this year's class. The biggest issue, and the one that will likely cause him to fall, is the injury history and questions surrounding his ability to continue his muscular development at the next level. Regardless, whatever team lands Wilson, be day 2 or round 4, will be grabbing a steal and one of the biggest sleepers in the 2024 NFL Draft. Let's watch some highlights.
Here, this NC State defense, 28%. Opponent conversion percentage on 3rd down, and guess who's in the backfield? Payton Wilson.
And this is not a UConn team. It's not the same team as last year.
Fagnano intercepted. First interception, Wilson.
In almost every mock and discussion about a defense, the safety position is one of the last positions to always be brought up. While the modern game is increasingly emphasizing the position, Brady is a perfect fit for today's modern safety prospect. This is a guy who provides plus versatility at 210 pounds. He's barrel-chested, he can survive in space, and thrive as a split-field safety. Brady is built like a linebacker at the safety spot, which allows him to be aggressive in pursuit of ball carriers. He also has the speed to chase down receivers and speedier running backs. He is also a high IQ player, able to click and close and blow up plays in coverage, but he also has enough speed, route recognition, and feel to survive as a true single high player. Although a split safety role would probably suit him best, his cravings for violence make him a great candidate in an older school, middle of the field, closed defense where he can roam at the second level in the box and in the slot. While he is a great athlete with great size, Brady gave up explosive plays pretty consistently. He gave up 3 touchdowns in 2023 per PFF. Sometimes he can get overly physical and over-aggressive, resulting in those explosive plays. The modern game relies heavily on the passing game, so NFL defenses require multiple and several talented defensive backs to slow down opposing offenses. Brady is a perfect fit for the modern NFL, as he can slow down the passing game as well as the running game. I expect Bo Brady to be projected as a 2nd round pick, but I could see him vault himself into the 1st round if he tests well during the draft process. I would not be surprised to see him test very well at the NFL Scouting Combine. In the end, Bo Brady should find production in multiple schemes at the next level. This is definitely a guy to watch out for on day 2. Let's watch some highlights. Cedric Gray is an imposing linebacker and tackling machine who has garnered attention for his physicality and prowess against the run. Heading into the 2023 season, Cedric Gray was one of my top breakout stars to watch at the linebacker position. Gray led North Carolina with 121 tackles to go with a career-high 5 sacks and an interception. On top of all that, he was named to the All-ACC first team for the 2nd straight season. Cedric Gray's size is a significant asset in the heart of any defense. His imposing frame and physicality make him a formidable force against ball carriers, contributing to his effectiveness in the box. Gray's size allows him to shed blockers and create disruption in opposing backfields. He's also got great acceleration and burst. His ability to close gaps and reach ball carriers in the blink of an eye adds a dynamic element to his game. Gray's acceleration not only aids him in run defense, but also makes him a quick reactor in pass coverage situations. And then we get to areas Gray needs to improve on. One area where Gray could develop is becoming a better pass rusher. While he excels against the run, refining his pass rush moves and incorporating a more diverse set of techniques could add a new dimension to his game. He's also not an elite coverage linebacker. His coverage responsibilities mostly involve sitting in short zones or working against opposing running backs. This is a guy who looks way better playing downhill than dropping, with a little bit of wasted motion in some of his transitions as a coverage defender. While he didn't quite replicate his success in 2022, Cedric Gray is more advanced than most other players at his position in the class, and he should be able to provide solid every down play sooner rather than later in the NFL. Gray's draft stock kind of took a hit in 2023, but he's still every bit a day 2 prospect in my eyes. I expect him to perform extremely well at the NFL scouting combine and throughout the draft process to rekindle his stock before the season. As we currently stand, I expect Cedric Gray to be selected sometime during rounds 3 or 4 of the 2024 NFL draft. Let's watch some highlights.
This time going nowhere, wrapped up by Cedric Gray. Carolina manning up here. Here's the sweep. Tucker trying to get to the perimeter, and Power Eccles is going to pull him down. It'll be a loss of 2 back on the other side of the midfield stripe. Gray. And 7. First play was a run play. Veilleux going to shoot one toward the middle of the field. That was for Bub Means, and Gray got a hand in the throw lane there. Goal. Flubbed it. Looking end zone. Floats one. Bobbled. Incomplete.
Schrader scrambling. Got to do something. He fumbles it. Wow, just a mistake here by Garrett Schrader. Trying to buy time,
All right, guys, those are the top linebacker and safety prospects for the Philadelphia Eagles on day 1 and day 2. Did I leave anybody out? Let me know down in that comment section below. For everything NFL draft, keep it to Bleeding Green Nation. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Stay awesome.